Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2017 mid-month readings, and thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for continuing to watch and listen and follow my YouTube channel, and for taking the time, for those of you who do, to write your comments and send such lovely feedback and support. Very grateful for that. Thank you. Also, a note of gratitude for those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. Always a pleasure. And to my regular clients as well, particularly for the consistent feedback you send and how those readings play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can click on the little about or description button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information. And you can email me directly at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings, and current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks. But since I do readings full time, 6 days a week, I'm usually able to get back with you pretty quickly and almost always set something up live or recorded within a 2 week period of time. Now, moving along, these are general readings, and there's many of you watching, so of course it's going to vary per person. It's not going to mean the same thing to the same degree or intensity for everyone watching. If this is your primary sun sign, it may not resonate with you at all, which is why we advise you to watch your rising and your moon sign videos as well. They may play out a little more predictively for you. And just by watching all three, if you know them and if you can, you get additional bits of information and insight into what's going on in your life over the time frame that the reading covers. So try to watch sun, moon, and rising if you can. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing my customary 8 cards with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and advice. So this reading is, excuse me, for Libra for March 2017, mid-month. Let us see what the remainder of March has in store for our Librans. The air sign of Libra for March 2017, mid-month, the remainder of March 2017 for Libra. Okay, Libra. We begin with the Two of Cups, followed by the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, followed by the Five of Cups, the Knight of Cups, followed by the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the Lovers. Let's just take a look, Libra. I am feeling more of a relationship energy from this reading, although, as I always like to say, you can apply the same energy to other situations in your life as well. But being just a channel and a conduit, this is, I feel like for the majority of you for whom this is going to resonate, it's going to resonate more as a relationship reading or about a relationship of some kind, or something that you're going through with your mate or partner. Okay. We begin with the Two of Cups, followed by the Five of Pentacles. So cups is water energy. That's the element that governs cups. It's all about our feelings, emotions, relationships, love. The Two of Cups is traditionally considered the soulmate card. You have both the Two of Cups and the Lovers as well. This represents a beautiful union. Fundamentally, it represents the coming together in a really well-matched way on a variety of levels, tangible and intangible. Typically between two people, but it can also represent the blending of two in business. It could represent the blending of two corporations. It could represent finding your perfect job, not just in dollars and cents, but in your work, the people you work with, the atmosphere, etc. It's a really good match in a lot of different ways. This is for relationships. It's more than a meeting of it's more than just chemical and physical attraction. It's a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit. This would represent somebody that a short time after meeting them, you may feel like you've known them for a long time. Definitely a karmic thread connecting you, divine timing and orchestration at play here in this union. Now, the Two of Cups is paired with the Five of Pentacles. Here we have Earth energy, which governs the element that governs the suit of Pentacles. So Pentacles often reflects itself in earthly material, tangible, see, touch, feel things like money, finances, property, real estate, etc. The Five of Pentacles, financially and materially, can represent insufficiency and lack, or the fear of insufficiency and lack. It can represent going through a financially difficult time. On an emotional level, it can represent feeling rejected, abandoned, kind of shut out of a group, left out in the cold. It can also represent, because there's a beautiful light shining through this cathedral window where this couple is outside, this couple in need is outside, and they're not really paying attention to this beautiful light, which represents or implies that just on the other side of it is what they need. It can represent that help is right in front of you, or a solution if you just look, reach out, and ask for it. But it can also represent turning down or ignoring a really great opportunity or potential in front of you for whatever reasons. And for some of you, this could represent that you have the offer or opportunity. Perhaps you have met someone that you feel very connected with, and you may be making a decision to turn them away. Sometimes it can represent turning down an offer from a potential partner, which is a really beautiful offer, but for some reason you're just not seeing it for what it is, and you're running the risk of missing a great opportunity. It can represent that as well. For some of you, again, the story is going to split a variety of different ways because there's so many of you watching. For some of you, you and your mate, partner, romantic partner, best friend, you perhaps are going through some financial difficulties of some kind, or there's a fear of going through financial difficulties. Maybe someone lost their job, or lost a great deal of money in an investment project of some kind. On an emotional level, some of you may be feeling abandoned, rejected, shut out by your soulmate or someone you view as your soulmate. For some of you, this could be something that the two of you are going through together. You're feeling maybe shut out, or blackballed or blacklisted in some way. Again, it's going to vary. But there's a sense of lack, of insufficiency, of not having enough. And there's also kind of a thread, Libra, of potentially you may be missing, if there's an offer or opportunity in front of you and you've just automatically turned it down, you may want to take another look at it because it may hold more potential than you realize. And it could also be that there's an answer or a solution to your problems very close by, or there's a source of help and support if you would just reach out for it. But it looks like you're struggling with something about a relationship, or in a relationship, or with someone you're in a relationship with. Now, next to that, we have the Nine of Swords, which I don't like to see for you because it represents a lot of stress, anxiety, and worry, and it's paired with the Five of Cups. So swords is air energy, mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. The energy of the suit of swords is not emotionally driven. It's about what goes on up in our heads, our words, our ideas, how we communicate them, belief systems, perspectives, perceptions. The Nine of Swords is a card of stress, anxiety, worry, staying up late at night, really consumed with whatever the source of this insufficiency, lack, or this feeling of being shut out from something is. But just like with the Five of Pentacles, there's something close by which could be beneficial to you. In this card, you can see this woman is hunched over in her bed, and she's just completely caught up and consumed with whatever the source of her stress, anxiety, her worries are. There's a little owl sitting on the windowsill next to her, very close to her, so close she could almost reach out and touch it, but she's not seeing it, she's not looking at it, she's not paying attention to it because she's too caught up in the source of her worry. This owl is symbolic for wisdom, insight, a solution, a path, something that could help her, but she's not paying attention to it because she's too caught up and consumed with the fear, the worry, or the negativity of whatever it is that she's kind of consumed with. So again, I'm feeling quite strongly there's a message indicating that there's help which you may be resistant to reaching out for, but I feel strongly advised that you should reach out for it. You may be, again, turning down something or not paying enough attention to something which may be very helpful to you, Libra. And it's causing you a lot of unnecessary stress and worry and anxiety because some of this, the energy of the Nine of Swords is somewhat illusionary, meaning that the source of your troubles or your anxiety is valid, but the Nine of Swords often shows up when you're investing so much energy and dwelling on the negativity of it that it gets built up in your head and in your heart to be worse than it actually is or bigger than it actually is. So be vigilant about that and pay attention to anything around you which you may be discounting out of hand that could be helpful to you. That Nine of Swords is paired with the Five of Cups, which is a card, again, of kind of putting too much energy into focusing only on the negativity, the loss, the grief, the stress, which is what this man is doing. You can see he's sunk down to his knees in the grass, and he's grieving. He's completely consumed with these three goblets which are tipped over and spilled out, which represent a loss of some kind, something that's changed in his life, something that he's lost or he feels has been taken away from him, something which no longer is. And all of his attention is focused on that. Can be a card of again, too much energy focused on the negative, being stuck in the past. And we can't look two ways at once. Wherever our attention is, that's kind of where we're at. But this isn't the Three of Cups, it's the Five of Cups. Right behind this man are these two beautiful golden goblets, still upright, still beautiful, which represent, again, blessings which are still in his life, offers or opportunities or a solution, a way out, something that could be beneficial to him, but he's not seeing it because, once again, his attention is focused only on the negative, on what the source of his grief or his stress or his anxiety is. You've got three cards which strongly point to pouring too much energy, Libra, into the source of this trouble, this struggle or conflict for you. And so far, these three cups also indicate that there's something there which could be helpful or that you're discounting, that you're not paying attention to because all of your attention and energy is focused only on the negativity of the issue. So be very vigilant about that and take another look around you because I feel help is there. And here we move into that. We see that in the next combination of cards with the Knight of Cups, followed by the Six of Swords. Hope, healing, and moving away from this, moving through this. Knights are the bringers and defenders of the tarot. When you see knights, typically they represent an offer, an opportunity of being presented to you, something being brought to you. So this would be an offer or opportunity of love, of emotional support. And I feel like this is strongly connected to whatever it is that you haven't really been focusing on or paying attention to, something which is of help. This could represent a person, could represent a water sign person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but somebody who's willing to somebody who's offering their help, their support, particularly their emotional support and love, and getting you through this. It could be for some of you your partner. It could be you be the one that's offering assistance to your partner, or somebody that's offering it to both of you and helping you move through this. It's a lovely, hopeful, positive, helpful card. Now, it's paired with the Six of Swords. This is a card of moving away from a troubled, turbulent, challenging, chaotic, stressful time into a time of healing. There's peace, restoration, healing in this card, serenity as well. It's transitional, meaning that whatever it is that you're going through, whatever the source of this struggle or this conflict is behind the boat. You're beginning to move through it and away from it. You're not on the other side yet. It's not all over or finished, but you're heading towards that. It speaks of going through a healing process and moving away from whatever the source of this is. And I feel like you're going to there's help and support very close by for you to help you kind of move through this, and particularly help in healing for those of you for whom this represents a difficult emotional process as well. It feels like it's very close by to you. Now, at or towards the end of March 2017, perhaps going into the beginning of April, we have the Knight of Swords, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. So here's something else coming in, being brought, an offer, an opportunity. This can also represent a message, though, because swords is all about information, truth, clarity. Sometimes the Knight of Swords represents an inconvenient truth, an inconvenient message delivered at an inconvenient time, but it's the truth. It represents things as the way they are because swords is all about truth and clarity. uh, not colored by emotion. It represents a message or information being brought to you for the truth that it really is in its purity. So, information or news coming in at the end of the month, which causes you to kind of reflect and assess this situation, this path, whatever that it causes you, whatever this information or news is coming in at the end of the month, it causes you to kind of take a step back, or you're advised to take a step back and kind of reflect and assess on on what you've invested in this so far, and if it's worth actually continuing or not, because the Knight of Swords is paired with the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card of reflection and assessment. It's harvest time on this card. This woman has put in the efforts to plant the seeds, nurture, grow them, take care of them, and here's the harvest. But she hasn't begun to pick it yet. Right now, she's looking to see what's there. Did she get what she expected to get? Was it worth her investment? Did she get at least what she invested back? Or did she get more than what she wanted? Is it worth continuing? Should she take what she can and leave? Should she take what she can and plant a different crop, plant a different crop? It's a card of looking at what you've invested in this so far and asking yourself, is it worth considering if you should make some different decisions? It's contemplative energy based on this news and information that's coming in. So, for some of you, what you're looking at could be a relationship itself, looking at what you've invested in it. Is it worth continuing? For some of you, it's you and your partner together need to take a look, whatever the source of this struggle or conflict is. What have you contributed to it? What have you been investing in that it feels like maybe something hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to, or you lost something that you had been investing in? It's about taking a look at it and asking yourself if it's worth continuing in, or where to go from here on out based on this news or information. And this news or information coming in may help you make that decision as well. Your overall energy and advice is the major arcana card of the Lovers, which does signify needing to make a major choice. It's a choice that's going to affect not just your life, but the lives of someone else, or perhaps the closest people around you. It can represent a very connected, another kind of soulmate, kindred spirit connection, a very passionate one, very closely knit, very tied together kind of relationship. But in the early tarot decks, this was actually called the Choice, not the Lovers, and it depicted a man standing in front of two women, and the implication being that he had to make a significant choice that was going to significantly alter the lives of everyone involved. So I think some care needs to be taken on thinking this through carefully. Make sure that you don't make any major decisions or set anything significant in motion just purely based on emotions or feelings, because emotions and feelings are mercurial and not all that reliable. Make sure to kind of use this reflective, assessing energy to consider if this is worth continuing to go through, if there's a way through it. It looks like there is a source of support very close to you, some kind of answer or insight. I feel like it's help. And I feel like, at least in the beginning of it, you're so kind of caught up in focusing on the negative that you're not seeing it. So the reason we do these readings, forewarned is forearmed. So knowing that, you're kind of armed for this. So make sure to not discount anything out of hand, and look around carefully, because I feel like help, support, and an answer is very close by for you. It's right there to kind of help you move through this, move into a more stable time, a more peaceful, healing time. I feel this is going to be an ongoing process. It looks like there's information and news coming in at the end of the month or beginning of April to kind of help you figure out, or cause you to kind of be very thoughtful and measured in how you want to proceed. Basically, if it's worth continuing to invest in or not. It looks like this decision is going to have a significant effect on more than just your life. So consider carefully, Libra. Looks like a thoughtful, contemplative month. Be careful about getting caught up in this negative energy. You can make things worse than they actually are, and make them seem worse than they actually are, and cause yourself a lot of unnecessary stress and grief. Try very hard not to do that. There's always a silver lining. Help is nearby. I feel like there's an answer very close as well. So take heart, Libra. It's going to be okay. So Libra, that pretty much wraps up your March 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have found it useful or helpful in some way. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal, specific one-on-one reading, you can click on that About or Description button for more information. And please feel free to email me directly at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I would be very happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2017 general readings. And until then, Libra, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.